of Changping, often mistyped as Changping, one of the most consequential clashes in ancient Chinese history. Changping, clash that shaped a nation. In the rugged hills northwest of what is today Shanxi province, two ancient states would collide in a battle so vast and brutal that its echoes would shape the destiny of China. This is the story of Changping. In the mid-3rd century BC, China was not one nation, but a fractured land of competing powers, the warring states. Among them, two titans stood poised on the brink of monumental conflict, the state of Qin and the state of Zhao. Historical context. The Warring States period was an era of relentless rivalry, strategic ingenuity, and vast armies. States forged alliances, betrayed one another, and tested the limits of logistics and leadership. This environment set the stage for one of history's largest battles, the Battle of Changping, fought between 262 BC and 260 BC. Qin and Zhao marshaled vast forces, drawing hundreds of thousands of soldiers into the field. Qin's army may have numbered around 550,000, Zhao's roughly 450,000. When they met at Changping, the confrontation evolved from tactical skirmishes into prolonged attrition. Changping was not just another battle. It represented a trial of endurance, strategy, and state resources. Both sides committed almost every legible fighting force they could muster. Zhao's original commander, Lian Po, favored caution, fortifications, defensive posture, and attrition. But political pressure at court led to his replacement with Zhao Kuo, a commander inexperienced in mass warfare. Under Zhao Kuo, Zhao's strategy shifted abruptly. Qin exploited this shift, luring Zhao into traps and decimating its formations. At the human cost, fade to empty battlefield at dawn. The aftermath was staggering. Sources preserved in records of the Grand Historian suggest that hundreds of thousands of Zhao soldiers were killed, many executed after surrender, and the army of Zhao was effectively destroyed. The scale of loss was unprecedented. Whether used as ancient propaganda or documented fact, the sheer magnitude shocked even contemporaries. Changping reshaped the balance of power. With Zhao's military might shattered, Qin stood on the cusp of dominance. Though unification lay decades away, the path became clear. Qin's victory didn't just win territory, it crushed potential rivals and gave rise to the era of a unified Chinese empire under the first emperor. Changping was more than a battle. It was a turning point, where strategy met ambition, and where the fate of an entire civilization hung in the balance.